Okay, this is like very early stages. It has not been finished. Ma'era machara. There are two ways to part with a friend you love. The slow, drawn-out process, full of resentment and distrust and inevitable hatred by one or both parties towards the other for the convinced lack of trying. I chose the opposite method of separation. I chose the quick bandage rip, no time to look back, no time to reconsider. The packing of bags and leaving. Hello, we are here in Bryant Park. Okay, so these are the very specific pieces that go in very specific cases. This is me showing Stephen how to put it together in my absence because I will not be in Ireland to do so. Then we have Mr. Empire State Building. Maybe it's Mrs. Empire State Building. Who knows? Then markers laid out here for Miss Lady Lib. She's fallen off her pedestal, but she is up there. Something like that. Also, so this is a model of my apartment, which is incomplete as of yet, but give me some time and she'll be done. I need more time on this guy. She goes there, so it's supposed to be, this is like my safe haven that I've created, and it's super detailed and small, but like homely within this kind of like landscape of blank facades and kind of impersonal architecture. And then around here I've written my letter to Ireland, which touches on like what I miss about home, what I don't miss about home, the differences between design here and there. That's what we got here. Go on. Ma'era, this education I took, and this I gave to another. Your land, the land of scholars and saints, Shanachal in Scale Tours, a place where every person has a story and every story has a lesson, where the people and the language and the culture and the customs, the places and the artifacts are prehistoric, and prehistoric is comprehensible. In New York, everything is so fast-paced, and every single day is something new. So being here in my 20s, I really feel like that energy and that constant shift, that I can change who I want to be or what I want to do every single day. But in Ireland, because everything is much slower at this point in my life, it doesn't really make sense for me to be there. In your land there runs a rhythm, a three-noted beat that runs from every root of every tree and cascades down every run of water. It vibrates from every floor and reverberates across every wall. It continues into the hearts of every person that has ever called Ireland their home.
Do you think us Irish abroad have a tendency to glamorise our experience or glamorise our memories of Ireland?
Yeah, Irish people love Ireland when you're outside of Ireland. I have a good line on that here. I miss it while having no desire to trade places with my former self. I am, after all, an immigrant by choice. I am not an immigrant by necessity. What does that mean about my relationship with home? A place that forms so much of who I am, that I turn my back on while proudly claiming it as my own to others. That is the paradox of loving the romanticized version of something and not its reality. I think there's kind of a funny knock-on effect that happens where there's not as many young people in Ireland as there are older people. I think that it's kind of easy to ignore people in their 20s. It's easier to just focus on the majority, which is older people or families. And then that means that young people don't want to stay in Ireland, they want to go abroad and then come back. But then there's fewer young people in Ireland, so they still don't feel like they have to provide those facilities. So then it's the cycle just continues. New York has its own unique beat that's multiple things at the same time, and it's a load of different communities coming together, and how it has this really strong draw that pulls people from all four corners of the world. But when I go home to my quiet apartment that's away from the noise of the city, that there's I feel that beat of Ireland, and I'm gonna say something about because I have all these elements of Ireland in my apartment, I don't know, little mugs or pictures or letters from home or something.
Do you feel more heard as a young person in New York than you felt as a young person in Ireland?
No, I think New York taught me a lot in that I feel like in Ireland we definitely nurture youth a lot more, whereas here you're kind of, it's really every man out for himself. Like when I first came over, I was 24 and definitely I was expected to act like I was like 30 all of a sudden. I definitely think New York forced me to grow up more. And then the beat at the end of the 3 known at beat. It's like, oh, gonna be enough build to do. It's gonna be air imagery. Because I keep saying like my air and that's it. But that's the very start of it. That's only like me getting into really Ireland, good. And then it's gonna be about like New York.
I got chills.
Oh, that's nice.